with you.
Welcome to another edition of Big Woo Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting down the top 20 pop songs. Plus, we got our guest, the awesome Zigzag Ransom, and the very funny Mark Tyrell. Let's get into this countdown. The number 20 song comes from, oh wow, the queen of this countdown, Taylor Swift. And this is her latest single called Anti Hero. Let's get into it. Anti Hero by Taylor Swift, number 20 on Big Woo! Top 20 countdown, baby. Yeah.
Yes,
And you guys,
sir.
yeah, yo, that was the number 19 song. I actually do like that song. The song was Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice with Agua. That song was called Barbie World. That's kind of like an update. You remember I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? Remember that song? Yeah, that was a dude. You guys, we're talking to our guests, Zigzag and Mark Tyrell. How you all doing?
Doing
Man,
good. Glad
I'm
to be
blessed,
here.
man.
Yeah. Hey, you
Always.
guys, if you guys remember that back in the day we had Zigzag. I forgot what season it was, but we had him as a guest, and he's returning now, giving us an
Yes,
update about what's going on. And Mark, you new to the countdown, brother.
I am
Yeah.
my
So
first
you
time.
guys, I'm gonna ask you all. I'm gonna start with Mark because Mark, you're new. Tell my listeners about yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'm an LA-based stand-up comic and photographer. Stand-up comic. I am originally from Boston, Massachusetts. Moved out here in 2021, so it's been a little over 2 years now, and it's been one of the best decisions I've made in my life. I've fallen in love with not just LA, but all of California. I'm looking to put down some roots and just continuing see where I can take it with the comedy.
That's
oh yeah.
awesome. That's awesome, man. Woo! That's awesome. Zigzag, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, you already know. One day at a time. First off, thank you God for the blessings. Grinding, working, putting together a new project. I got a little movie we putting together. Independent, we
Wow,
do it all ourselves, man. So,
that's
working on a
awesome.
new project, videos, all the independent stuff, do it ourselves. We're not
That's
independent, so I'm gonna
good.
do it yourself.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna start. Mark, how'd you get
Yeah.
into comedy?
So it was kind of a funny story. So I didn't move to LA expecting to be a stand-up comic. I love comedy like most other people before I moved here,
Mhm.
but it was like I had friends who were comics, and I always told them like I have so much respect for you. It's just something I never thought I could do because it's going up every night, bombing until you get something that you can string together that people can laugh at. When I moved here, though, I started hanging around my friends, my comic friends, just bring my camera to their shows because it was the only thing. Like, I didn't have many friends out here, so I just go to their shows. It was my only way to socialize, and I started bringing my camera to them. Start getting a a reputation on the scene as a photographer, but. One day, for one show I was doing, my name got mixed up from the AV team to the comedian list,
Okay.
and I ended up getting my the producer. I some of the one guy on there started joking like I have to go on now, like
Hmm.
pushing me on stage. Producer said you can do 2 minutes if you'd like. I was already thinking about doing it the following week, so I went up, did 2 minutes during that show. Ended up loving it, caught the bug for it. So now I'm just focusing on the comedy now.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Zig, where you at, man? Keep moving around. Where you at? You outside?
Oh man, you already know I'm on the move, man. So in the middle of doing this tonight,
Uh,
I got a couple business partners and buddies that I deal with. So I'm out moving around, man. Tonight's our kickoff night for uh Deja Vu, man. We got Wednesdays and Thursday nights, man, at Deja Vu downtown on Main Street. So I'm in the mix.
oh,
Get this done
okay.
with
Okay.
you, and then we're gonna go run. I gotta run downtown and get everything in order. Shout out to Ballhead Entertainment and my guy Pierre, you know what I mean? Ransom No
You should
Music.
let me come down. You should let me come down there and spend my new stuff, man.
Man, listen, DJ Ever Ready on the ones and twos. That's my guy. We get music in the rotation, everything. I'm just one step at a time, man. Trying to make something happen. Quiet as
That's
kept. We ain't
awesome.
trying. We don't need the fame. I just want the change. You
That's right.
know what
That's
I mean?
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You guys, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk more to our guest, Zigzag and Mark Tyrell. But let's get back in this countdown. The 18th song comes from Miley Cyrus. This song is called "Used to Be Young." I can relate to that. Number
Bye.
18, "Used to Be Young" by Miley Cyrus on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
guys, that was number. Yeah, that was number
Yeah.
17 song. Jelly Roll, "Need a Favor." I need a favor. I
Oh,
need a favor. I need to get this money. I need y'all to teach me how to get this money, y'all.
get to it. Get to the bag, man.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I'm sitting up here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys. So Zigzag, you got a lot of
Yes, sir.
stuff happening.
We just
Um,
one day at a time, man. Trying to make something happen. That's all.
what's your latest project?
Well, I just got four different projects finished. Actually, the first, so it's a EP. Everybody
Uh,
dropping singles, so I put together a
okay.
full little size EP called After the
Okay.
Storm. I'm talking
Okay.
about. Recently I was just I was shot in front of my storefront in
Oh
October.
no.
You know what I
Oh
mean? So
no.
this is the story of my life after, my assassination attempt, might I say. You know what I mean?
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, God got me, so I'm safe. I'm comfortable. I'm here. We able to keep doing what we doing, but that's the story of, the life that I'm partaking upon after, they tried to kill me. You know what I mean? Just doing right in front of
Wow.
my own business. You know what I mean? I had it running for 4 years, so that's a part of the little small movie that I'm doing. It's only about 45 minutes, and it's called excuse my language, but the name of the movie is called Never Trust a Bitch, and it's wrapped around the concept of it's not just women that are female dogs nowadays. You know what I'm talking about? So
You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying
it's the
about that.
story of
Is that the
treasure.
movie that you said you wanted me to be in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the one I want
Yeah.
you to play. I want you to be the positive force in the movie. I
Okay.
did start doing dry runs. We filmed half of the first two scenes, and
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be one of the people in it that's gonna be pushing the line of being positive and staying focused.
I could see that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Thank you, yo. Thank you. But let me know when you're ready to start shooting. I'm ready. Now the and now the actor strike is over. We can do what we got to do, baby.
hey,
I'm not a SAG member anyway, but I'm like,
we still don't want to ruffle no feathers, you know.
you know what I'm saying? Oh man,
On this
Mark,
time, you got to just play your cards.
Yeah,
for real, for real, Mark. So you doing a lot of stuff. You booking shows and stuff like that. What you doing now? What are you doing? Are you doing anything besides comedy, acting, anything like that, or is just comedy for right now?
It's mostly just comedy. My twin brother, he's actually got a lot of stuff. His name's Mark Urel. We're definitely not the same person, and I'm just not. He's just
Okay.
that we're definitely not the same person. But anyway, but yeah, he's still going with the photography. He's doing a lot more behind the scenes stuff. He's on a show called the Shuttle Pod Show. Check that out. Doing the behind the scenes work for that podcast that has two original cast members from Star Trek Enterprise. If you guys are Trekkies, if you know about that show.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Besides just in the comedy thing, I've got I don't have any shows booked up, but I should be returning to my home club, the Comedy Chateau, pretty soon. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I got and also I'm supposed to be doing another show at the Illusion Lounge. No, yeah, Illusion Lounge in Santa Monica. I did two shows there in the past 2 weeks. They just started getting into comedy shows in addition to magic, so we're hoping to make this a monthly regular thing. Date to be determined for that, but we should be doing another one in December. So if you're all listening, keep follow my Instagram at Mark Terrell Comedy. That is Mark with a C, so you can know when that gets dropped. That date gets dropped. But yeah, I should be doing a couple more shows. And if you're all your listeners who happen to be in Boston, I will be returning back to my home state for the holidays, and I'm hoping to get some time there. So be sure, best place to find out my next shows. Everyone, just follow me on my Instagram at Mark Terrell Comedy. And hopefully I'll let you know when I book something out there. It should be a good time. I'll have the chance to bomb in front of all the kids who used to bully me in high school. So that would just be,
wow.
Full circle moment, huh?
Yeah, they bully me.
Wow.
I'm this weirdo with a ponytail living in as an artist in LA. And now, I'm coming back to let them know that their investment paid off.
All right, man.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, Zig.
Yeah.
But you guys, we're going to talk more to our guest, Mark Tyrell and Zigzag. But let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song is another Miley Cyrus song. This song is called Flowers. Let's get into it. Flowers on Big O Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, guys, that was the number 15 song, Drake featuring Sexy Red and SZA, which is her birthday today. Happy birthday, SZA. And that song was called Rich Baby Daddy. Wow. Wow, that's what most of these women are looking for, rich baby daddies. You try to come at me, I ain't got no money for you. We might go on a date instead of going to Cheesecake Factory. We might go to McDonald's.
Hey, if she ain't with the cheeseburger, then I don't think I really want her anyway.
For real.
We don't always got to get cheeseburgers, but if we wanted a quick snack, what's wrong with McDonald's?
For real. That's what I'm talking about. It's time. You know what, Zigzag? It's your time. It's time for the first extra song of the week. This is your song called "They Talking." Tell me a little bit about this song.
Say it again. Which song you playing?
They Talking.
Yeah, well, They Talking is the song that's basically depicting the conversation around when a person gets into a conversation about somebody having things, taking it from one step to the next, having success with what you're doing. Sometimes the talk isn't always good. You know what I mean? People, I've learned in life, sometimes people don't celebrate success. They don't want you having things that they don't have, especially all the way down to something as simple as a smile. We ain't even getting to having money and motion and movement and all that other stuff. The world just doesn't celebrate success too much. So it's just, when you doing something and people seeing you doing something, sometimes the talk can be good, but then sometimes the talk can be bad. So they talking, that's what it's about, man. Zigzag, I'm the one they talking about.
Yeah. So let's get into your. Go ahead.
Yeah. So and as you know, I'm a do-it-yourself artist. So all my music is produced and engineered by me, written by me, promoted, put out, totally by me. Everything is me. I mean, no big engine, just the little engine that could. You know what I mean? Which is me. So it's a little bit personal. You know what I mean? It's not about all the glitz and glamour. It's about bringing my baby to life. You know what I mean? Something I create from the Metrodome myself. You know what I mean? You can go and get beats from all kind of people. I don't knock people that do that, but it's more personal to me when I sit down, turn on the equipment and come up with what I come up with. That it's my life story. It's not trying to make a story,
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get into it. This is the single that he sent me. They Talking by Zigzag on Big Old Top 20 Countdown.
And it's on Spotify, all the digital platforms, video, everything. Zigzag Ransom. Fill it up. Tap in, see what I'm talking about.
Plug yourself, brother. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm not mad at you. That's why you're here, brother. And plug yourself. Yeah. You guys, that was the awesome song. Go ahead. That was an awesome song. My pleasure, man. That's my pleasure. That was an awesome song, Zigzag, what they talking. Mark, you said you're from Boston. How did you get all the way to LA from Boston? Tell me a little bit about that.
I drove.
Why'd you come from Boston all the way to LA?
There was a bunch of reasons. It wasn't just one. part of it was that I visited a couple years ago. I think it was back in like 2017, 2018. I was taking a gap year from college. I was down on my luck, but a buddy of mine was living out here, doing like a semester out here. So he knew I was in a rut. Told me he'd host me for if I came out. So I came out for 5 days, and I just fell in love with the place. I fell in love with the weather, the environment, the people. Funnily enough, I mean, people like they can I cuss on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, they shit on like people outside, like tourists. Like people always shit on like Hollywood Strip, and that's where I was staying. It's like it's a tourist trap
Oh.
where you actually go for LA. But I was
Yeah.
loving all my time hanging out down there because it was like, is it shitty? Yeah, but it reminded me of my home. It was like it made me right back in suburban outside of Boston, suburban North Shore. But yeah, not just I fell in love with it then. Plus, I went to school for film, video
Cool.
arts. Yeah, so and this is the place to do it. And since I was a kid, my dream was to start my own production company. If any of your listeners know about Rooster Teeth Productions, I've always looked up to them and wanted to start a similar company where I could just make whatever I want and put it on the internet. Um, um, yeah, so this is, and best filmmakers, best storytellers in some of the world are living in LA. And it was also in part just because I was getting older. I wanted responsibility. At that point I was a 25-year-old man. I wanted to grow up, be on my own. Not living with my parents, even if it was hard being on my own. I wanted that challenge. So really, when I was looking at different cities to get out of, LA had most of the alumni from my college and just most people I knew of in general, because it was either that or New York, but I hate New York with a burning passion because I'm from Boston
Wow.
and all the people are mean there from my experience.
Wow.
So, yeah, but
Okay.
are you from New York?
No. I lived there. I lived there for like almost 2 years. I'm with
Okay.
you. I hate the freaking
Okay.
weather up there.
That was like, I agree with you. Okay. Not like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta keep this guy from the call now because he
Yeah,
insulted me.
yeah. So, I agree with you. I can't stand that place. All right. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah.
Dig, my brother. You say you
Oh,
produce your own beats. How did you get into the
yes.
journey of producing your own beats?
Well, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
um, I was a part of a group in
Uh-huh.
the early '90s, and
Mm-hmm.
I was more into the writing side of it. One of my little childhood friends, he was the
Mm-hmm.
main producer in our group, and we were like best friends. So every day I would be at the studio, which was his house. We had a back house called the Shack. It's on
Mm-hmm.
106th between Vermont and Hoover. So we had a
Mm-hmm.
recording studio in this back house. So he used to always be back there making beats, and I would be rhyming. And at the end of the day, I'd be like, you know what? I just start messing around with the beat machine, and from
Mm-hmm.
there, it became kind of a necessity because after the group kind of failed, we didn't fail really. We kind of broke up over egos. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody had different issues, and
Mm-hmm.
out of
Mm-hmm.
necessity, I needed to keep recording. Music was one of the things that was like a savior to me. So I
Okay.
took upon myself to give me a beat machine, a little Casio. This back in the days, man, we had 4-track recorders. So just that let
Yeah.
you telling on myself my age a little bit. But, you know,
Yeah.
back, back in the days when you used to have to actually have a major studio to go to, which cost back then almost $200 an hour, or you had to
Wow.
have somebody that had a studio that you knew. So we kind of
Yeah.
built our own, and it just out of necessity started off small, making them myself. I put out my first project on my own in 2000, and
Wow.
ever since then, it's just been kind of what I love to do is my release. I like my beats. I deal with a couple other producers, people that I still
Mhm.
tied to, but I just love the creation side of music. You know what I mean? It's not about the
Okay.
fame and the glitz and glamour. It's about, starting that Metrodome, and what you come up is yours. You know what I mean? That's what music's about for me. Coming up with something that's mine. Or even
That's
dealing
right.
with other producers or writers, it's coming together so we can create something that's original to us. It's not about,
That's right.
I know hip hop is based on sampling, but when you sample stuff, you turn it into your own. You know what I mean? So that's what it
Yes.
was all about for me, man. Creating something that's unique to myself, not the world. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. That's right. I feel you. I feel you. Mark, get ready to come up with your 5 minutes of comedy. We're gonna play it after these. We're gonna make you do it live after these three songs we're gonna play. But let's get into the number 14 song. The number 14 song comes from Tate McRae. This song was called Greedy. Let's get into it. 14, Tate McRae with Greedy on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did the number 14 song, Take McGray with Greedy. Number 13 was Drake featuring J. Cole with First Person Shooter. And number 12 was Dua Lipa with Dance the Night Away. Now it's time to get into the comedy of Mark Tyrell. I want you to do it live. I tried to find some clips, but hey, you couldn't find the clips, so we're gonna make you do it live, brother. Come up
Oh,
with some live comedy, brother. Make
I
me laugh, brother. Make me laugh. That's
Shoot
your
them
goal for
deserts
right
on them,
now.
man.
no pressure at all, right? No pressure.
Yeah,
Shoot it on them, man. Shoot it on them, man.
come on, brother. You got it. The stage is yours.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for letting me on this stage and this beautiful audience of two people I've got right before me right now on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zigzag, put the sound up so maybe I don't know if there's anyone hanging in the park right now with you, but if they want to get a free show right now, let them know.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we out here.
Yeah. Come on, brother.
Before they see him before he gets super big.
Yeah.
This is
Come
yeah,
on, brother.
get in early.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I'm originally from Boston. Moved out here in 2021. When I told my parents, though, they were not happy about it whatsoever. My mom, in
Mhm.
particular, she said, "Mark, why would you want to move out there? Everything's so expensive, and there's so much crime." And that hasn't been my experience whatsoever. I've only been
Mhm.
carjacked twice, and
Okay.
my rent's only three times my parents' mortgage, so it's been really easy so far.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. He said only three times.
Only Oh
You
no,
must live in the.
only two. I haven't done the three yet. So what
Okay.
is that the rule? Like you're not an Angelino until you guard jack the third time? Is that the rule?
only twice.
Oh my
Only
God.
twice.
I guess you don't go out that much, huh?
And I do. It's just I gotta just be mentally prepared for that carjacking. I'm running out of cars though. Like they're expensive. They don't give them back after they jack them.
It's kind of rough out here. It's
Yeah.
pretty, but it get dirty.
It'll get
Yeah.
better though. I am here to contribute. I'm not one of those like extended tourists that are here to jack up the rent. But anyway, yeah, I'm originally from Boston. I'm relatively new here, but I joke around being carjacked. I do genuinely love it here. So many more Filipinos than compared to Boston.
Hey, you gotta have a sense of humor in LA. That's one thing you do need to
You
have.
got to. But I should probably explain that bit for the listeners who cannot see my face right now. So I am both listeners. If you cannot see my facial structure right now, I am both part Asian and part white, part Filipino and part of the problem. And it was weird growing up in a predominantly white part of the country. Not that I had a bad childhood or anything. I had a lot of love for my community. Don't get me wrong, but you notice certain things, right? Like as
Yeah.
I grew up, as a kid, I looked very Asian. But as I grew up, grew my hair out, grew my beard out, got these weird ass glasses and hat. started looking like the fifth member of Mumford and Sons. And as a result, I started blending in a bit better.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Case in point, I was in college, and I was telling this one dude how I was half Asian. He was like, "Wait, really?" Yeah, dude. I thought it was obvious. He's like, "No." I asked, "What'd you think I was, man?" He said, "I don't know. I thought you were like normal or something."
That's a mess.
Ah, yeah, that was a
That dude just
good
got
one.
engaged, by the way. Congratulations, you two. I wish you nothing but the best. And also, thank you for this material for me to use for 5 years? No, yeah. No, this is almost 10 years now. Holy crud. I'm old. Dude, this is a tangent, but you were talking about, what was that? The song I'm Old Now by Miley Cyrus. You were feeling
Yeah,
that?
getting old or something like that. Something
Bro,
like
I'm
that.
27, and I get told by all my friends who are older than me, like, shut up, you're not old, stop
You're
complaining.
not.
You're
Trust.
not.
Yeah,
Believe me, you are not old, bro.
Jeez, I think I'm like 16 years past that.
Man, how old he say he was? 27?
27, yeah.
Dude, I could be your father.
Like, Dad, that's where you were. So it's been so long. Over in LA, that's what the letter said in the will, the safety deposit.
Oh my God. Wait till you get married.
Older
You'll be
than
18.
Man,
you
I
later.
remember 27, long time ago though.
Me too, man. Yeah. Oh my
I
goodness.
won't ask how long. But
Man.
you look good for whatever you are.
Oh, I'm proud to be I'm 47 years old, young sir.
You look like 37, maybe even younger than 37. I would
I'm
have said 34 maybe or something.
well,
You
I
look
thank
good.
you.
That's
It's
good.
God, nothing but God's will and God's way, man. But I'm working on 50, man. I've been around for a few ticks, man. Like I said, so to be where I am, I'm blessed. I say thank you, Lord, every day. You know what I mean? I hit my knees
Amen.
That's an
before I go
important
to
thing.
sleep and when I get up, So thank
Amen
you.
on that.
Let me, young man, but I remember 27 a long time ago.
Got any tips for the young blood on how to take
Hey,
advantage of the time?
hey, don't let life stress you out.
That's the truth.
Don't do it.
That's the truth.
Things that you can control them. The things you can't control, give them to God. Keep moving forward. Things are gonna happen. It's all about how you respond to them. Keep doing your
That's right.
best, man. You can have everything you want,
That's
literally.
right.
Good advice.
And this is the best. And this is the best thing I can say to you. Don't worry about what people think, or don't worry about too much on showing people what you're doing. The key is to do what you're doing. And that's what your story will show. It's not about what people think, because a lot of people think people are in good positions and mentally they worse than me and you. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality, man. Maintain your ground, stay prayed up, and just do your best. And you can't
That's
do nothing
right.
better than that.
That's
You know what I mean?
right.
Thank you.
God's
Amen
will,
on
man.
that.
And I hope the listeners are able to get something from that too. But I definitely did. Thank you. I'm definitely taking all advice I can, especially since I moved out here. So you need that info. Being out here.
Pay
Trying to,
attention.
but,
One thing I'm gonna tell you about California, man, it's pretty.
yeah.
It's pretty. But this is the thing about being pretty. Also, it can be a distraction. Stay focused. Always pay attention. If you pay attention, you won't get to that third robbery. Pay
You
attention.
better get ready, and do it like me. I just got some pepper spray.
I got mace myself. That's pepper spray mixed with tear gas. I'm prepared out here. I don't leave the house.
You got to stay prepared, John.
And
But anyway, Speaking about distractions, you want me to go back to the comedy, or does this count toward my 5 minutes? I think this
That counts towards your 5 minutes, y'all.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. I thank you so much, Mark. Mark, I thank you so much for that
Thank
comedy
you.
and that zigzag, man. But you know what? It's not over yet. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 11 song comes from Olivia Rodrigo. This song is called Vampire. Let's get into it. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo on Big. Woo! Stop on the countdown. I stole that from Soul Train. You always say that. Hey, you guys, that was the number 10 song, Gunna with Fuck You Mean. You know, that's not my words, that's Gunna. Fuck You Mean. That's the name of his song. And let's get to the second extra song of the week. Second extra song of the week is another Zigzag song. This song is called Getting Money.
Yeah.
Briefly tell me about this. Briefly.
Well,
I
that's
stress
a
the word
song.
briefly.
It's a feature song with one of my partners from Gardena named Baby
Okay.
Bounce. He's from a
Okay.
crew called OKM. Shout out to my OKM guys. You know what I mean? I had him come in and came up with this. It's just about being in the streets, doing your thing, getting money. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
awesome. That's awesome. Let's get
That's
into
it.
it. The second extra song of the week, Getting Money by Zigzag on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown.
And it's
Yeah, you
produced by
guys.
me.
Yeah, you guys. That was an awesome song. Getting Money by Zigzag is one of my favorites. I like it. I like it. And you guys, I've been knowing this man for, is it 9 years?
Let's count it. It's about since 2006, 17, 16, 17. When did
Like
John pass?
15. Yeah,
Yep,
15. 15.
2015, man. Shout out to my
Yeah.
guy, Michael John,
Rest in peace, brother. Yeah.
my king.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to one of my guys. That's how I was blessed to meet Big O through a
Yeah.
tragedy. You know what I mean? We lost a good friend. You know what I
We
mean?
did. We did. He was an awesome dude.
And to meet a good person like O through the tragedy was one of the God's movements and his blessings. Hate that we
Yeah.
lost a good friend, but I met another
Yeah.
good friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
nothing but that is a blessing to me, man. Just to know this guy, man. This guy has got me in positions and people faces that other people haven't. You know what I mean? I appreciate he's always
My
been
pleasure,
great, man.
man.
I appreciate your friendship, man. You know how I get
My
down, man. I
pleasure.
appreciate you. Oh,
It's always my pleasure, man. Anything I can do to help somebody, I'm gonna do it.
all the time,
For
man.
sure I can do it. And you
That's
know what?
really
I
what you
met
stand on, man. I know that for sure.
for real. For real, man. You know what? I met Mark. We met. Was it like like I don't know 5 6 months ago? I actually met him because we went over to a comedy, one of our other the comedy friend shows, and I was like, oh my god. My comedy friend, you know who he is, Carlos. He started drinking and stuff. I said, "Oh my God, I'm scared to ride back with him. I want to come back alive." So me and Mark, we met at the show. We started talking, and next thing you know, I said, "Oh, brother, please take me home."
Actually, I think we met before that. We met briefly before that at one of Onye's shows. You were
Yeah, we did.
yeah,
Yeah,
you interviewed me, and then
yeah,
the
we
next
did.
time we met, you came with Carlos. Can we say? Is he
Yeah,
been on? We can say his name, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Carlos, the Rubio, I forget his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good friend, good comic, Carlos. If you listen to this, hope reach out, man. I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute, but yeah, no,
yeah.
we went to it was at the House of Blues in Anaheim. I remember, and then you were telling me like they were all like on the way over, like they were like. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but
No,
let's
no. Be real. They were drinking like a motherfucker. They were drinking like fishes, brother. Drinking like fishes. I was praying. I was like, Lord, let me get to the show, please, Lord. If I've never prayed before, I was praying that night.
it got so bad that I offered to drive not only Carlos, but every single guy he brought, including you, because like he
Yeah,
wasn't the only one. The 2 other dudes he brought were blasted, and
oh,
like
yeah,
Carlos at the end of the night, he almost left without saying goodbye. I was like, dude, what the
yeah.
hell? And like, and I was like, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go, and like, dude, you are you were blasted on stage. You
For
were not good
real.
to
For
drive.
real.
Like, don't worry, I'm
Come
sobered
on.
up, man. He's like, dude, you literally just told me 15 minutes ago you were too drunk to get on stage, let alone but now you're
Wow.
to drive. I was like, dude, just leave your car here. It's a parking structure. You're supposed to leave. You can leave it here. I will, dude. I was willing to drive to freaking like 2 different cities in OC. No, 3
Yeah.
different cities, and
Yeah.
drop you off just that way. No one would die that night. Luckily, they got fine. But
Yes.
yeah, no, dude, I almost committed to like spending 3 hours on the road just to make sure no one died.
Look,
Just a mess.
you definitely got your wings that night.
Yeah.
For real. For real. I'm telling you. And thanks
then,
for
And then
you.
listen to R&B and his
Yeah.
some of his singles on the way home, which was nice. We had a good
Yeah,
chat.
it was real cool. It was real cool. We had a really good time. We became good. We became friends then, and then after that we went. You had a show with Anya, and I was one of the comics up there. Yeah, man. So you're doing a lot, man. You're doing a lot, man. Zig, you're doing a lot. All y'all are doing a lot, man. I'm proud to know both of y'all. For real, man. I'm not just kissing your ass just because you're on my show, y'all. I'm not. It's not an ass kissing. I'm being real with y'all, man. I'm being real with y'all, man. This is real. This is real. But you guys, we got time. Time. Oh God, time is ticking. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 9 song comes from Bad Bunny. This song is called Menace. No, Monaco. Yeah, let's get into it. Monaco by Bad Bunny. Number 9 on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, we did 3 in a row. Bad Bunny with Monaco. Number 8 was Drake with featuring Yeet was I Don't Give a Fuck. IDGAF. And number 7 was Morgan Wallen with Thinking About Me. And now it's time to get into the independent song. Independent song comes from another Zigzag song. This song is called No Help. Briefly, brother, tell me about this, brother. Tell me.
And it's not saying that you don't necessarily need no one, but you have to be willing to do and put the work in yourself before you can ask anyone else to come along and help you with whatever it is you're attempting to do. So I'm always willing to do the work myself. So that concept meaning I don't need no help. If I need it to be done, I'm willing to put my hands in the dirt and get it done myself. And that's what no help means. That's the whole concept of it is that it's not saying that I don't need nobody because we all need something and some people.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in the world you live in, you got to be willing to put the work in yourself before you can ask somebody else to do it.
that's the truth. Let's get into an independent song of the week. No Help by Zigzag on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah,
Yes,
y'all, that was
sir.
the awesome song, independent song, No Help by Zigzag.
Sir.
Mark, I want you to briefly tell me real quick, what was your first comedy gig like?
My first comedy gig was that show I told you about where it was a miscommunication where I was on a group chat. My name got moved on to the comedian list. I put out on the group chat of all these strangers like, hey, how's it going? Why did my name get switched onto the list? Am I performing? Lol, with a bunch of emojis, like you simping and shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, then my dude Jabran, shout out Jabran Juicy Vegan on Instagram.
Okay.
He started flipping out, like joke playing, like, no, you have to go on, all caps, like say you have to go on. We got to give the people what they want. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go up. And yeah, it was at the Pasadena Comedy, rest in peace. It was a small black box theater that was around for like 6 months in 2021,
Oh,
22.
okay.
There, I went up, and my whole set was just me going up with a whiskey glass like this, filled with may have been just iced tea, but I went up there pretending it was whiskey. And I went up there and I just did a whole 2 minutes just retelling this story about this miscommunication, and people laughed. Some comedian friend, I got some really good feedback from other comedians saying I was funny, and I got a job there for a short time at that club, which got me even deeper into the comedy community. But
Okay.
yeah, that was my first show. My first real show, though, was at, I know you said briefly, but That was at the Rebels.
It's all right. It's all right, bro. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
guess
right.
that was that's what I consider my inaugural show, even though that wasn't like the first thing I was like advertised or really at a fancy venue for. It was just, but I was proud of it. I'm still proud of that day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Zig, we're gonna come back to you, but
Okay.
we gotta get back in this countdown because we got this time is ticking. Uh,
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
the
too much.
number six song comes from Morgan Wallen. This song is called "Last Night." Let's get into it. Last night, Morgan Wallen on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was another country song. Luke Combs with "Fast Car." I think he did a remake of "You Got a Fast Car." Remember Tracy Chapman? Da 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 da. Got the words, but it's gonna be all right. Anyways,
Yeah.
I gotta sing. I gotta sing. It's my countdown, so I gotta say something about me. Anyways, but you guys, let's get into the old school gem of the week. The old school gem of the week comes from one of the birthday people. His name is Billy Idol. That's one of my very favorite songs by him. This song is called White Wedding. Let's get into it. Billy Idol, White Wedding. Happy birthday, Billy, on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you
Happy
guys, that
birthday.
was the old school gem of the week with Billy Idol with White Wedding. Now it's time to get into y'all's business. I made y'all seem like I was professional. Now it's time to get unprofessional. We're gonna start with Mark. Mark, I know you're looking down, but look up, bro. Look up, man. Look up.
Sorry.
What what's going on with your personal life? You dating somebody? What's going on? What you got the boo thing? What's
Ooh,
going on, man?
I'm a free agent right now. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I got one girl I'm talking. I mean, I got a couple girls I'm talking to. But there's one
Uh-oh.
in particular that showing some promise. But I am not committed. I'm just working, trying to improve myself, play the field.
I know that.
Everyone keeps telling me not to worry about getting settled down too fast. So I'm just trying to take their advice for once and relax. I just went to Anime Pasadena this past week and that was my
That's
brother,
cool.
not me. But yeah,
That's
a lot of doing the Comic-Con circuit, so that's something I'm doing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's cool.
It's
Congratulations on getting.
my girlfriend situation going to Comic-Cons, but
Oh, okay.
it's fun.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Zig, what's going on with you?
Hey,
You got several boo things. I know you got several boo things, man. Narrow down.
You a player?
no, no, I'm past that. First off, we were talking about my age earlier. I'm older. I've had fun in my 20s. My life is focused around building my businesses. I really don't have time to develop or devote to a relationship. So right now I'm not gonna do that to anyone. Not being able to focus fully on a relationship. Right now my career is the businesses that I'm getting up and running. That's what I'm focused on. So I don't have time to play with anyone. Now I have friends, but they know what my agenda is and what I'm doing, what I'm trying to accomplish. So till I can get things exactly how I would want them to be business wise, I don't have time to devote to a woman or even cheat her out of that. What I mean? What you need in a relationship. So I'm gonna be
Right.
single, and stay focused. You know what I mean? And like I
Mhm.
said, if God blesses me with the woman that's supposed to be my wife, I mean, thank you, Lord. I thank you, Lord.
Mhm.
But at this point, the kind of women that's in the world right now, I mean, I'm a masculine man, so I'm
Yes.
not desired in the masses. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not willing to waver in my morals and the things that I value. You know what
That's
I mean?
good.
So
That's
stay
awesome.
focused.
That's
That what
awesome.
I would rather just stay focused on my business and stay doing what I'm trying to accomplish. And it's not like I said, it's not about money. It's about breaking my generational curses and creating some
Yes.
type of generational wealth for my offspring. You know what I mean?
That's right.
For my
That's right.
son, my daughter. You know what I mean?
Yes. I
That's
get
the
you.
key for me. I don't want to be another statistic in the world we live in of broken families and you know what I mean, just creating a bunch of kids through different baby mothers and all that. That's not knocking no one that has done that. But for
Yes.
me, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, well, I'm a single father. I have two kids by one woman. It didn't work with her. So after that, it's been about my children and my business. Period.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Good.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's awesome. You guys, we're going to talk more to our guests, but you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number four song comes from Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgrave. The song is called I Remember Everything. Let's get into it. Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgrave with I Remember Everything on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did number four was Zach Bryan featuring Casey McGrave with I Remember Everything. Number three was SZA with Snooze. And number two was Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. Now it's time to get to number one song. The number one song comes from, like I said, the queen of this countdown, Taylor Swift. This song is called Cruel Summer. Let's get into it. Number one, Taylor Swift, Cruel Summer on the Go Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number one song. We're talking to our guests, Mark Tyrell and Zigzag Ransom. Um, Mark, tell everybody how they can reach you.
So you guys can reach me at Mark Terrell Comedy on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. I'm also on TikTok. I think that's also Mark Terrell Comedy. And I am on Twitter at Mark_Terrell. I believe that's what it is. That's Mark with a C, Tyrrell is how you spell my last name. It can be either Terrell or Tyrell, either way. Both sides of the family say it that way. So yeah.
That's right. That's right. Zigzag, how can people reach you?
You know, I'm that kind of person where you really can't get to me unless you know me. You know what I mean? You
All
can
right,
maybe tap you can maybe tap into my Instagram page, but my Instagram page is
man.
private. If I don't know you,
Oh,
I don't want to know you. You know what I mean? You got to
all
get to
right,
me through somebody I know. So the page is at Mr. Stay Out of Mind. You know what I mean? And
man.
that's crazy because that's the key is, people are busy stalking people and trying to get in your business. So me
Yeah,
personally, you know, truly to be able to get in contact with me, you got to go through everything Gmail, the real zigzag, man, at gmail.com. And that's TheRealZiggzag at gmail.com. And that's really the only way you really can get to me. And that's if I'm checking my emails. You know what I mean? Only real
wow,
business people know how to get in contact with me. And the
that's
key
right.
is not to say I'm some old big guy, but the key is this is in life, it's a lot of people that's about bull. And I try to miss
Yes,
all of that. So if you
that's
really
right.
want to deal with me, you can get in contact with me. I'm on everything, Zigzag Ransom, all platforms. Everywhere you go, my music's on everything. The videos is
Yeah,
on everything. So if you really want to get in contact with me, tap in. We ain't gonna make it easy for the stalkers and the page watchers and the all the creeps. But when you want to really get in contact with me, it's easy. Everything Zigzag Ransom.
yes. Thank you so much to my guests, both my guests, Mark Tyrell and Zigzag Ransom. You guys, I want to say thank you to all the stations that carry us, the Block FM, what's their name, SoCal Radio. Recently, we reunited with Kill Radio, and also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everybody. And also thank you to the Podcast Awards because we won. I'm still happy about that.
Congratulations
And
once again.
also thank you very much. Thank you to the listeners who've been holding me down and has been holding me up for the past 8 seasons. I think this is our 289th show. Period. I
Yeah.
say thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. And if you all want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI.BANJO. You can find the show on here. You can find my music videos, and you find everything that you need to know about me right there. And the thought for the week is keep climbing and you will reach your goal. And usually we play a gospel song, but we're gonna play another zigzag song. I think this song is nigga please or something like that. Yeah, let's get
Niggas
to
is
it.
it's called niggas sleeping.
Nigga sleeping. Let's get to it.
Niggas is
Nigga
sleeping.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Niggas is sleeping. So we're gonna play this song. May God
Thank you.
bless you. You're welcome. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And I think that's the end. Oh yeah, end the recording. Hold on, I
Night.
think
It was a
I'm trying. I'm trying to end the recording. Let's